What's up, guys? We're back for another episode. You're here with Jada Cole.
91.
It's y'all already know, guys. We just on some shit. I don't know. These last couple episodes, we just tequila vibe. So we about to take a shot to get this started off. But let's get it. Salud.
Here we go. Cheers.
That was hard that time. I was like sitting on the edge and trying to grab the Sprite. I'm like, hold on. Since we talked about the No Jumper interview, Little Miss Krishan announced that she was pregnant.
It just feels like it's something new with them every day, bro.
No, it is.
It's like it can't get worse, and then it gets worse. I don't understand it. Doesn't make any sense to me.
It can get worse, and it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, that part.
I really think one of them is gonna end up dead.
Yeah, man, a lot of people have been saying that. It's a scary thing to watch, but with the whole pregnancy thing, like when she was kind of alluding to that in the No Jumper interview, so it wasn't too surprising for me to like see her say it now. But
Facts.
And then everybody was confused because they came out with the music video, and in the music video, you know, they're getting married, and it looks like basically they're tying the knot. And then at the end, it shows like a clip of the No Jumper, and everybody's kind of like speculating, like, did this all cap? Did y'all just do this for views, or was it real?
Why would he do that, knowing that that's something that she wants to do?
To me, it just ties into more of like him just leading Krishan on. Like, he knows that he's not, like, he probably doesn't even look at Krishan in his future for another year. But in her eyes, she's like, well, he said he doesn't want to get married to me, but we're doing a music video, and he's basically showing me that he wants to get married to me.
At this point, she's lying to herself.
Yes.
You know, she's
but Blueface, I think, like, on his end, it is for the business, but he's just playing with that poor girl's heartstrings because he knows that she's in it for the long haul, and he's like, I'm just trying to get my coin.
Yeah. At this point, like, everybody's grown. You know what you signed up for.
Exactly.
Everybody knows what they signed up for.
90 said it best the other day, man. It's exhausting to keep up with them, bro, because as somebody who puts out media and it's just like, oh, again.
Give me another like 2 weeks and I'll be ready for some new.
No, it's always something. And then on top of that, they had even speculated that Krishan like wasn't even being truthful about being pregnant. Like, so I had heard
she is.
Yeah,
she doesn't do pregnant behaviors, you know.
Wait, was she continuing to drink after she announced the pregnancy?
You didn't, bro. She was drinking on the No Jumper interview when she was pregnant.
Yeah, no, she was like, because they were like, "What's wrong? Like, why are you so emotional?" And for one, she was drunk, but she was just like, "I don't know. She's like, you see my period or I'm pregnant." One of the two, and it's just like, well,
what you mean?
If you think that you're pregnant, why are you drinking? Even if you just think, oh, I might be pregnant,
exactly. Why even take that risk?
But that just goes to show you where her mental state is. I'm gonna say it. She's mentally unstable, and it looks like she's enjoying it.
But the sad part is, like, when you think about Krishan, like, you can say, like, oh, you know, from a mental standpoint, she's definitely going down a downward spiral. I hope that, you know, she's not pregnant, and I'm like, I know y'all gonna come for me. It's just like, I feel like she can grow so much as a person, and everybody's like, oh, you know, a kid's gonna change her, but I'm like, that is when kids get brought into situations and then they feel like they have to save their parents, and it's like, no. You should be having a kid when you're stable, you're financially stable, mentally stable, like shit. Like all these things like tie into being a good parent, and they're not
right.
ready.
You don't even have a handle on yourself right now. How can you bring another life?
Exactly. But all right, we gonna go right into the next one. Children trying to fight their teachers in school lately. Like, is it not a place to learn anymore? It's becoming a fight club. Like,
I feel like school is always a fight club.
I was about to say that. It's always
but usually
been like
with the students and the students, not the teachers and the students.
I think social media is different now. When I was younger, I'm 28. When I was younger, there was kids beating up their teachers.
Yeah, we said that's the word. We didn't see it back then. You know, we didn't have as much access. But nah, teachers and students have been throwing hands for a long time. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So it doesn't surprise me that, like, I'm surprised we're not seeing more of it. But it's very intense to see, because even with us saying that wasn't just like an everyday thing.
Yeah.
They may have happened in my 4-year high school career. I may have seen 3 incidents where teachers were involved in something. But even with that, it wasn't just teacher and student just squared up boxing.
Yeah.
So I do get what you're saying.
These videos were like actual, like the fighting and the 2 instances of the guys fighting was because the student had called the teacher the N-word. And
Is that the one where he body slammed the kid?
yes,
The big dude, right?
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
But the other one was of a girl teacher and a girl student,
that one too.
and that was insane
I didn't
because
see
the
that
teacher was clearly trying to de-escalate the situation.
She's like, get out the
and-
class. Then we got the class. Next thing, the teacher's standing in the doorway, the girl's standing in the doorway, he's yelling at the teacher, and next thing you know, she's putting her hands on the teacher.
The teacher was trying to make sure she didn't close the door because you still got to think like
She broke her
there's
leg?
still students in this classroom like while all this is going on, and then whenever so she is trying to like keep her out of the classroom or whatever, so her leg is like in the door and stuff, so you already know where that goes, and then as
I
it
didn't watch that
escalates,
far.
things happen outside of the classroom too, and you just see the teacher laying on the ground and her whole leg is like going the opposite way, dude. Yeah.
That's
Bro, when I say I would sue, like,
To me, I was at the kid in high school. I'm going to fight you. I'm going to defend the teacher, and I'm fighting you for like
no fact.
stuff
And
like
then on top of
that.
it, like in all these videos, not once did any of these kids be like, "Yo, can y'all just sit down, like, and chill? Like, why are you trying to fight the teacher right now, bro?"
Nobody stopped doing that.
Exactly. They're all like,
I
like.
think at least for me in high school, my high school, that wouldn't have went down like that. Like
Yeah.
the kids I grew up around, like I feel like there's some pretty real solid people. They wouldn't have allowed something like that. Just to
Yeah.
happen. Like I said, we would have been boxing the other student defending the teacher.
Exactly.
Especially because that seemed like a real cool teacher. That's somebody's favorite teacher. You just did that to.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you know
exactly.
how
And we all
teachers-
ride for your favorite
But
teacher, bro.
if that was somebody's favorite teacher, why didn't they defend them? Because I know one of the favorite teachers when I was in high school, people would die for the favorite teachers like they died for their favorite artists. You know what I mean? So
that's
why
The
didn't they
teacher had
die
your
for
back.
that cool ass
But
teacher?
hear me out.
Maybe she wasn't that cool. I'm just
Maybe
saying.
not. She
Hear
might
me
not
out.
have been.
She was
I don't
bitch.
think it has.
I had some teachers like that one time. Hey, I remember we had this teacher, and you know, I am so past high school. I'm gonna say her name. It was Miss Fanica. She was an English teacher, and
Remember the name.
I forgot. It was
Drop a picture.
this light skinned chick named Aisha. I remember one time she went off on her, and it didn't get violent or anything. But I remember like her just walking out the classroom, and all you could just hear was like, "She's whack, she's whack." But it was one of those things where everybody was just like, "Yeah, this bitch is whack." Like she whack as fuck. So, yeah, everybody's like kind of rooting for her. You got some bad teachers out there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
I had a couple of bad teachers. I had some racist
Teachers
teachers.
just that didn't want to be there. Like, I'm like, no one is forcing you to come here every day. Like, if you want to go to a different profession, like, I can go on Indeed right now. Like,
Bills is forcing them to be there every day.
yes.
Because think about it now, those teachers, they were our age. Imagine the stress that we fucking deal with. And then you want to go deal with this smart mouth kid who doesn't know shit, telling you
Exactly.
about yourself and disrespecting you.
Imagine paying bills and then taking care of children all day. Disgusting.
Yeah. And then being disrespected by kids. Then the kid tries
But then
to fight
again,
you.
I mean, on top of that, though, like,
Right.
they do
And you
choose
lay
to
on
work
rent.
with kids.
You late on rent, now you got a kid trying to be.
But hey, that's not my fault though. Like, if I'm a kid, like in your class, that's not my fault. You late on rent.
It
Like,
ain't.
you chose to
It
be
ain't.
here though.
I'll be a great teacher. I'll be a great teacher. And I know martial arts. That way I don't have to fight no student. I just dodge everything. You know?
Yeah. But next, we're gonna talk about a Houston artist, Papa 2 ounces. But basically, this girl flew this man out, right? She had cameras installed in her house. She visibly sees him in her living room, pitch black, going through her purse in the middle of the night and grabbing something else and just dipping.
She saw him.
She saw
On the
him.
cameras.
She had cameras in her house. She saw him do it.
Holy.
So he couldn't even try to lie his
Wait,
way
is there
out of
video
it.
evidence of
Yes, she posted the video of this man in her living
I'ma
room
need
in her
that.
purse.
I'ma need that. Hey, damn.
Yes, he was bold. And then like in this day and age, everybody got cameras, or you got your rings, or you got your ring cams or whatever. I'm like, why would you even attempt to do something like that? Especially when she flying you out. You don't think she got money? She got money. Like,
I'm gonna say this: the city boys up one, because women been doing that since forever.
it's so funny because that's literally what all the comments said. Everybody's like,
Yeah, women have been doing that to guys forever. Cardi B has done that. Like,
oh yeah, no, I don't agree with Cardi B doing that. That was some very, very, very
drugging
wrong
people.
stuff that she did back in the day.
She stole a Rolex.
No, she didn't steal. She used to drug men.
She
She used to
drugged
drug
men.
men.
I'm
and
pretty
steal
sure
from
she
them.
did.
Cardi
Steal a
B used to
Rolex.
drug men.
and I'm pretty sure she did steal a Rolex or two.
How you
Wow.
not know this?
She wasn't messing. She wasn't
I
drugging broke
swear.
niggas.
Wow.
She
I
ain't
think
messing
it's
with
under
no
a
broke
rock.
nigga.
I'm behooved right now.
Behooey.
I'm
No,
behooved.
no, they're like this.
Like,
It's just now being broadcast. And that's what I'm saying.
Not all lesbians.
I know, but,
reality.
and not all men, but roles have changed now. Now, we're at the age where we can clown women for their SoundCloud links. Remember back in the day when we were SoundCloud rappers and we would get clowned for having SoundCloud links in our bios?
Personally attacked.
Oh yeah.
But no, you've been a real artist. You know, you've been doing your music stuff. And I say that I don't mean all women, just how they say all men are this. I don't ever believe in all that. People are shitty in general. But
Facts.
right now, it's to the time right now where there's a lot of amateur women artists that are out right now, and they're trying to get places, they're trying to move up in their careers. And I was like, I remember back in the day my homies posting their SoundCloud links, and women used to roll, you want to be a rapper, oh you got a SoundCloud link in his bio, red flags type shit. And now but now the women are rapping, and it's just like, hey, this is kind of what comes with it. Just how it was city girls out there, there's city boys out there, so women start thinking ahead and learning from the mistakes of these guys.
Chop a 2 ounces.
Rob everybody.
Or don't trust anyone.
Big facts.
Guys and girls, nope. Because women are getting a lot more money now than they ever have before. Women can afford to fly a guy out. They can stunt now, but be careful because not everybody has good intentions.
Catch you after the break, man. Y'all take it easy.
I was a monster, acting so naughty. Better watch out for I come for your shawty. I was the party till it got way too exhausting, making my homies and women exhaust me. Disappointing my mommy, self-destructing like I'm kamikaze. I had to get away out of my body. Think about grace and how God got me. Let's go. I admit I was foolish, admit I was stupid, can't lie, I was out the end.
I hope y'all enjoyed that little snippet of Colin's music. Shout out to Colin again. Keep up the good work and just keep going forward as an artist, because I really do believe in Colin. He's got some good ass talent.
Especially to be only 17 years old.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
I didn't hear that, and I was like,
Colin's gonna see this. He's gonna be like, that's a bet.
I said, holy shit. I said, this is
holy shit. This is some good Christian rap.
That's what I said. I was like,
no.
I hit him up and I was like, bro, I want to put you on our show ASAP.
Yeah.
This is hard. This is crazy.
No, but it's wild because, like, it is kind of true, you know. He even showed me his music, and, you know, like, off rip, when somebody says, like, oh, I'm doing gospel music, you kind of get in your head, like, oh, it's gonna sound a certain way. But when you showed that to me, like, I was blown out, like, out of the water. I was like, this is, like, the same dude that you showed me a couple months ago. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I definitely think that he has so much potential, and if he keeps at it, he's gonna be a big time artist for real.
Got it, man. Shout out to you, Colin, man. You keep doing what you're doing, man.
We supporting you in the H.
We got you, dog.
Hell yeah. Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna go straight into it. Y'all have been following the Anki Boys. Y'all know that Randy has actually he had been dealing with colon cancer, and he passed away over the past 2 weeks, and it's really, really sad because if y'all have seen his TikTok content with him and his son, like, they're very positive influencers.
I know who you're talking about now.
Yes. Whenever you think about it, you're like, damn.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about first. I think he was.
It's tragic. He was only 35, man.
I know. He was young.
35.
And the saddest part of the whole thing is, you know, you see influencers and you see people on TikTok and you see them live their lives a certain way, and you're just like, oh, you know, like, you're proud that they've reached a certain, like, stature and a certain point, but you never know the things that come before it. And there was actually a video of Randy talking about, you know, he was very depressed. It was right before he passed away, and he was saying that he got, like, colon cancer, and he just felt like it was basically like a sick joke, you know. He has all these followers on TikTok, him and his son is amazing, like, amazing at those voiceovers, dude. Like, he has a career as an actor, like, I already know it. But he was
on
talking
the George Lopez show.
Yeah, literally he's locked in. But he was basically saying, you know, I have all this, I've reached all this fame, and then now I get cancer, like. And it was so sad because he said that he used to be a gangbanger, like, he used to not live a good life, and he switched all of it around because he wanted better for him and his family. And it's sad when things like that happen because, you know, he was a good dude, and his life was definitely taken way too quickly.
I just realized the other day that he had served some prison time. I was like, dang.
I know. I remember we were watching it together and we were like, wait, what?
His aura that you get through the screen, you don't get, like,
yes, you never, like, you would never even think that he'd do something evil.
You can't ever judge a book by its cover. No, not everyone in prison is like fucking vicious and
yeah, it's not all murder and rape and everything.
Like sometimes it's just fraud.
Some natural hustlers.
tax evasion.
Which the government does it. Why can't we? But one thing I was gonna say about that, 'cause you said it was colon cancer.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've been informing myself on recently, because one thing that a lot of people may not know, as a man, when you turn 40 years old, you're supposed to go to the doctor and let them check your colon. And if no one knows what your colon is, it's your ass. At 40 years old, every man in America is supposed to let his doctor stick a finger up to get your colon checked at 40 years old. And that's something that I always just mentally is just like, I'm more so worried about, some guys will be touching my butt more than anything. But when you really start to think about why they're doing something so extreme, like, that's where it comes down to that. And like colon cancer, that can 100% be like prevented just by what we're eating. And I'm not one of those go hard vegans. I don't eat eggs. Vegans don't eat eggs. I associate. But I'm not a big health food conscious person, but I'm trying to get there more. And I'm just saying, like, to hear that at 35, that comes from eating all this fried food, this fast food, everything that we're eating. That's one thing I'm just recently looking into. So the fact that you brought that up today, I really wanted to say that. Like, there's parasites and shit in the food. If you really want to stay healthy, start just changing your diet, eating better. I'm not saying cut out meat. I'm not saying go vegan. Just be more conscious. Because you're saying he was like, I changed my life and did all this. I sacrificed everything. Okay, you did all that, but did you take care of yourself? Yeah. Did you take care of your body? You built a legacy for your family, for your son, which is a beautiful thing. I'm not knocking that in any way, but he may not have been educated on those things, which I wasn't educated for a very long time. So that's just my little PSA out there, man. It's definitely time to start taking our health serious.
People are experiencing this at 35. They need to be getting tested before they're 40, not waiting till we're 40 to start getting these annual checkups.
We didn't make it to 40.
Exactly. This needs to be done beforehand. Like, this should be even done, like, especially if it's something so detrimental to your health. This needs to be something that you're tested in your early 20s.
Get a cleanse. They say do the cleanses, clean out your system, stuff like that. I'm looking into one. So if anybody knows a good cleanse out there, let me know. I want to do the detox, all that. But you got to inform yourself.
Nobody wants to see what they built and then have it taken away so early, bro. Like, we want to be around to see what we build. So that's why we got to take care of ourselves, and
especially not like it's like takeoff, things like that. Those tragedies where people's lives are literally taken away from them. But don't give your life away.
Exactly.
Don't give your life away by drinking heavily every single day. 20 backwoods a day. Cut it down. A little bit, like space.
Cut it down to 10.
We can do things in moderation, but you got to really kind of take a step back to look at. Oh damn, I've spent $200 on alcohol this week, type shit.
I would never drop that much on alcohol. I don't even do that
until you got the money,
y'all.
Until you got the money.
So you gonna act like you weren't just going out to the bars?
I don't even do that.
When you were like,
he doesn't like to take alcohol. We heard that before,
Yeah, he doesn't like to take alcohol, guys, because apparently he shoots up alcohol.
I don't
want to take that.
We're gonna go to the next topic. We're gonna talk about Mr. Kai Cenat. And we talked about Kai before. Y'all know we love Kai in this corner. Kai has actually been taken off of Twitch in the last week. He was a little tooted and zooted.
He did drugs on live.
His live. This makes it hard because
he ate edibles
and he passed out. Like, just seeing Kai, I feel like Kai knows that he's a lightweight. So it's like, why would you do that?
He does seem like a lightweight.
Yes, right?
He doesn't even really smoke, does he?
Yeah, he seems like a good, like, when it comes to like substances, he just doesn't seem like that's his forte. And so he basically passed out on his live because he took edibles, and they took him off Twitch.
Did you see him? He looked dead.
He did. Oh, he did.
I was like, bro, this isn't good.
Bro, I literally looked at it, and like, from first glance, like, if you didn't know what was going on, you'd be like, oh my god, is Kai okay?
Is he okay? Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, oh, he's getting canceled because he's a black man on Twitch. But I can see it from both sides. I do think that, especially if you're a black man, you have a big platform. Of course, the bigger higher-ups are going to try to cancel you.
Aiden just got canceled as well, temporarily, for a month.
But I saw a picture of Aiden the other day, and it was a picture of, like, Kai, another Twitch streamer, and Aiden, and they basically tied Aiden into the black group. Like, he's a black man, I guess.
I mean, you know, Aiden is kind of one of those guys.
he's one of those.
Come on, put your do rag on.
We invite you to the cookout.
Like, Aiden is like 100% welcome to the cookout, because like he's one of those guys where it's just like you can tell like he has a very just pure heart.
Yes, I love Aiden. I was gonna say, we talked about this before. I love Aiden. I feel like Aiden is he's one of the very rare forms of people that we have left. He's a good person. You know, I definitely think with this whole Andrew Tate thing, I think he is kind of going a little hard. I think he knows for a long time that he's let a lot of people walk all over him, and I think that now he's trying to stand a higher ground and be like, yo, you're not gonna treat me like that. And for that, I'm proud of him. But I'm just like, don't go too far into the Tate realm, because Aiden, we still like.
I think Aiden knows who he is. He's gonna be good.
That's facts. But we don't want Kai to be taken off of Twitch. I think that he's a great streamer.
Is it like permanent, or is it just like a temporary thing? Like,
I don't know.
It's got to be a temporary.
I hope it's temporary, because if they're trying to take him off forever, that's something that's ridiculous. Because it's like, that's not an offense that should be a forever thing.
I think they're using them to make examples of them for other people, but it's like, hey, these guys are bringing you
money,
revenue as well. Yeah,
exactly.
Like, you want to get rid of them.
Kai, like any video you see on YouTube, you see Kai's name, it's got over 1 million views.
But
like,
Twitch don't care about YouTube. YouTube
money
is nice. YouTube is much better than Spotify, Tidal, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the whole Kai Cenat thing was off of the. I think, like he said, he looked dead. Like, so, like, I think
that was like, you, bro.
Kai, you have a following.
Our man looked like he was out cold. Like,
yeah.
But I feel like them edibles, they'll hit you out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah.
I'm someone like that. Academics fell asleep on a couple of his lives and everything, and. For one, people are always funny that you fell asleep. That's more views for you. So if I do fall asleep, it's cool.
Exactly.
He could have been slumped over exactly like that, but if he wouldn't have taken the edible on live, they would have just been,
no one would have said anything, but because people knew what he did.
Verdict is, it wasn't racism.
But it's always racist.
Yeah. But with that being said, guys, we are running to the end of our episode.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we have to clock out now, right? But before we do, anything you want to say?
Thank y'all for tuning in today, guys. Y'all know we appreciate you always. Thank you for 90 for coming and just being a part of our episode today. It was a wonderful episode. I know we trailed off multiple times.
Exactly. And on that note, man, you know, shout out to 90 again, but even a bigger shout out to what he's created with Texas Bread.
Yes.
And everything he has going on. Artists, whatever you need, tap in with 90 at Texas Bread. Anything you need, he's the plug. You got anything before we log out?
Man, no, y'all stay tuned. These guys are going crazy this year. I remember their first show, not even this show. They did a showcase in Houston. It was amazing. I told them, keep doing what you're doing. You see where they're at right now. Let's check back in a year from now and see how much they've elevated. So,
big facts, man. On that note, man, y'all take it easy. We'll catch y'all next week on the Overcast channel, man.
Let's go. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.